Good morning, replay viewers. Let's see who tunes on in. And also, let's see who ruins the chat for everybody and makes me make it for subscribers only. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday morning on this beautiful day here in New York. Beautiful, beautiful day here in New York. Oh, I'm a mess. I am such a mess this morning. Good to see you, RJ, out there in Colorado. Whoa, we're getting up early with us out there in Colorado. Welcome. In about a minute, I'm not going to talk because it is a moment of silence coming up at 9:03. Good morning, investigator. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday morning. Yeah, there you go. Merhaba. Merhaba. It's 9:03, everyone. Let's take a moment of silence. Okay. Good to see everybody. Good morning, Margie. Good morning, Hank. Good morning, Dave in Bangor, Maine. Good to see everybody, people. Good morning, Robert. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday morning. When am I playing Tekken 8? Not anytime soon, Ash. Glorious, glorious randomness. I was here on the first anniversary of September 11th, listening to the first time the reading of the names. And that comment reminds me that the dog will always shit again, no matter what. Me and my best friend Phil were leaving the reading of the names ceremony, and we were walking out. We were walking up West Street with all these other people, and right in front of everyone, this dog just took a massive dump in front of everybody, and it kind of lightened the mood, you know. It kind of lightened the mood. So we already got the random comments coming in. All right, Eero. Okay. Of course, somebody made my post about a photo I took from the Brooklyn Bridge. Somebody made that political already, which is awesome, at 8:30 in the morning. I'm trying to be really poignant today. I want to be extra meaningful today, especially for everyone we lost 23 years ago. And people are already ruining it. It's awesome. That internet, man. Good to see a light of wisdom. Welcome. People already ruining it. I don't know how you misconstrued a photo I took from 24 years ago. I don't know how you misconstrued that into talking about open borders. But I think my tolerance for really dumb bullshit is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I know I'm not going to pay attention to the haters. Ash says that he understands that 9/11 hit all of America, but hearing it hearing people from outside of New York City talk about it is weird. Well, I was here, Ash. We're here in New York City. I'm about 2 blocks away from the World Trade Center. I was working about 6 blocks away from here on the morning of September 11th. Lucky for me, I worked overnight. And yeah. So I lived it. I lived it, I smelled it, I breathed it in. I got the dust all over my house for months. Good to see you, John the Barber. Good to see you, Ollie. And it did affect the world, not just the whole country. But, you know, I understand now it's 23 years ago, and a lot of people who never experienced it or lived through it or, you know, were alive during that time are now adults. Kind of blows my mind that it's 23 years, actually. If you would have told me that I'll be living in Coney Island with the best human being I ever found, I wouldn't believe you. I wouldn't believe you. I just want you guys to know how lucky you guys are. We gotta be lucky. Just appreciate it. Just appreciate it. Did you wake up this morning? Do you have something to drink? Fucking appreciate it. Good to see you, Caesar. Welcome. Margie, life is precious. Life is precious. That's why I don't understand people when they talk about all this bullshit. When people get selfish, when people just want to make fun of stuff or make fun of people, just acknowledge that, you know how lucky you are. Exactly, Gigi. Good to see you. Good morning. More than welcome, Neon. You lost somebody in the North Tower? Yeah. I could imagine. It is a somber day. Yeah, that's why my tolerance for bullshit is very low today. Good morning, ABX girl. It's going to be good, Cody. It's going to be good. We have beautiful weather tonight. Should be a beautiful night. Be a beautiful night to see the tribute. But we're all in this. We're all in this together, folks. We're all in this together. Just remember that. Just remember that. And that's what I want people to appreciate. You know, I'm looking forward to it too, Margie. Margie, after this, after I do my tour, I'm just gonna go home and kind of reboot, and then we'll do her again. We'll have a little walk, and we'll remember, and we'll be grateful, and we will try to live our best lives and be our best selves. That's what I ask everyone to do today. Do something for a neighbor. Do something for somebody. be of service to somebody today. Marie, absolutely. You want to see what's around me? Look, we already got people directing the live stream. We're in City Hall Park, and there's City Hall right over there, and the World Trade Center is about 2 blocks over in that direction, and I'm right underneath my favorite skyscraper. That's the Woolworth building right there. There you go. You saw around. Cody, I appreciate the kind words. Mitten Kitten, you found me on September 11th during your tour. You're more than welcome. I try to be an inspiration. You love my shirt? Go to ConeyIsland.com and you can buy a shirt like this. Frito, absolutely. Good to see you. It's fine that Ash left. Good. You know, if you're gonna come here, if people are gonna come into my live stream today and later on this evening with like selfish intentions, you know, probably not gonna end well. Good to see you, Out of Bounds. Welcome. I can't believe it's been 23 years though. Can't believe it. It's like a lifetime ago, yet it feels like 2 weeks ago. You just changed your start time from 8:30 to 9 the second day. 5 World Trade Center. You still have your badge. Wow. Wow. You also found me during the Tribune and Light. You was 8, now you're 31. Wow. Good to see you, Out of Bounds. What about what am I about? I'm all about showing you the best of New York City. Good to see you, Dave, out there in Niagara Falls. Good to see you, Stephen, from Australia. Appreciate the kind words. I couldn't, no, I watched it all on TV, and I was on the phone I was on a corded phone for hours. There's a picture of a payphone, literally right here on Broadway. And on September 11th, before the towers collapsed, everybody's like rushing to the payphone, and that's the one thing that now sticks in my mind, that the kind of different world we live in is like there's no more payphones anymore. There's no more payphones. There's no more payphones. And there are these pictures from that day, from that horrible morning, and people are lining up on a payphone right out here. This blows my mind. Should you watch the documentaries around this time? Yeah. I could only watch so many of those documentaries. The only one I really recommend for people is the one of the from the French filmmakers who are actually following around a fire department crew, and they were the ones who actually videoed the first plane impact. That's like really the only documentary I recommend because that's like they were like there, and yeah. Good to see you, Colleen. Good morning. You lost cell phone service in the world, and the U.S. government took over the cell phone connection with Verizon and Sprint. Yeah. Because it's easier for them to tap and track someone who is using a movie. So much privacy lost after that terrible incident. Yeah. We did lose quite a bit of privacy after September 11th. Good to see you, Jerry. Good to see you, Natasha. You're more than Natasha. I appreciate those kind words. Thank you. I can't believe it's been 23 years. I can't believe it now. It's wild. That is 23 years. I don't play pickleball. See how people are already ruining the conversation, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, look at that. Look at that nice username. Wow. That is, wow. I can't believe you have such a disrespectful username and avatar. It's too early for that. Wow. Let's see how many people continue to ruin this conversation. I'm not going to change the conversation, no. There's a channel that posted footage from people at different airports. Or yeah, I've seen that, Ali. I've seen that. I've seen that. Where do I get my ideas from? My mind. I'm creative. There seems to be a lack of that. There seems to be a lack of creativity and empathy in this internet world as of late. You was only about 2 years old when this happened, and however you were taught by your grandma and your uncle who were here at the time, yeah, never forget. No, today's not the day for nonsense. I mean, I am going to put the nonsense on blast today. Like, it's going to be blasted, guys. It's going to be blasted. You was in middle school? I was 21 years old. I was 21. So right now, 23 years ago, one of my favorite New York City reporters, Dick Oliver, is reporting on Good Day New York on Channel 5, and he's right here behind me, reporting all hell breaking loose down here. He was down here for practically three days reporting. There was a play on Broadway. Yes, it's called Come From Afar. It's called ABX Girl. Why did they only let Bin Laden family fly after? Yeah, I don't know, Stephen. Stephen, I'm not going to get into conspiracy theories about it. They come from away or come from afar, yeah. It will always be just like yesterday. Yeah, me too. Gus, good to see you, Gus. Yeah, no, we have very similar weather, Gus. We have very similar weather today. A little bit of clouds in the sky today, but you know, it's good. But it's very similar weather. You was working in your barbershop with 7 customers waiting, and you all watched it live, yeah. Robin, good to see you. How many Iraqis in Afghanistan? Millions. How about that, Minnie? That's what you want to hear? See, people are already ruining the chat, everybody. Isn't that nice? Derek was 19 in New Jersey, right outside of the city at Drew University. Many people were affected. Oh yeah, many friends were affected, yeah. Don't ask them why they asked that question. They asked that question because they want attention and they want to ruin the conversation. Again, I'm like really putting people on blast today, so there's no need to don't feed into it. Don't ask them why, and that's not a good point. The good point that's not a good point. It's Stephen. That's really not. How many people in Afghanistan and what was the other country that they mentioned? Iraqis and millions. How about that? Is that what you want to hear? I guess that's what you want to hear. You want to kill the energy, which is, if that's what you want to do, if that's your purpose in life, if that's your contribution to being a halfway decent, meaningful human being, then, you know, so be it. Carlin Williams, good morning. Thank you so much, Derek. Derek, join me later on this evening at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. We're going to do a Tribute and Light question. I think you should question everything. Okay. Thank you so much, Dave. Thank you so much. We all ask questions. What I can't stand, the biggest one I can't stand is all the conspiracy theories about why the towers collapsed the way they did. It's kind of simple when you learn about the architecture of those buildings, the engineering behind those buildings. I realized over these last 23 years that the people who seem to know the most, who have the loudest opinions or the most opinions about what happened a couple of blocks away from here, never even visited New York City. And in a way, humbly, it's infuriating to think that. It's absolutely infuriating. Me too. You like the sounds of the city? We got a lot of traffic around here because everything's closed off. Trump is here. The president, the vice president are here. Mayor Bloomberg is here. Mayor Giuliani's here. Everybody's a few blocks away right now. Good to see you. They're from Belgium. The nerve of some people, it's the internet. Anyone who watched the horrible events live knew that the world changed at that moment? Yes. Stephen, that was the day actually I feel like I was 21 years old already when it happened. I just got home from work. I was working a few blocks away from here. I had to come back to work very soon after September 11th. I feel like the world of September 10th, as I like to call it, I grew up. I became an adult on September 11th, 2001. Before then, I was a teenager. Good morning, Stephanie. All right, 9 more minutes, and then I got to go to work. Just appreciate what you got. You know, if you're watching this live stream right now, appreciate what you got. There are a lot of people in this world, especially the ones leaving stupid comments in this chat, y'all don't appreciate what you have. Do you have a clean cup of drinking water to drink? Do you have some kind of shelter over your head to stay warm and dry? You're ahead of the game of about 1 billion people on this planet. So appreciate that shit. Too many people nowadays like to spew their nonsense and their ideas, and they don't appreciate what they have. And I think if anything, that's what needs to change in this whole internet culture we have. Good to see you, Beach Bum. Stephanie, I will have a good tour. Kimberly Grace, good morning. I appreciate those kind words, Kimberly. Not much into conspiracy, but you would like to know more about how the Pentagon was hit. Okay, yeah. Let's not go in. We're not going to go into semantics about why buildings happened the way they were. Let's see. ABX girl lived across the street from St. Margaret's Church in Riverdale. Funerals every hour. You was paid leave for 6 weeks, and you lost all your office space. I'm sorry to hear that. David Bone, good morning. It is historically a sad day for New York and New Yorkers. You think the area they tore down to build the towers? Yeah, it was called Radio Row, Robin. It was called Radio Row to build the Twin Towers. Yeah, Derek, I appreciate that. I will have a wonderful tour, Dave. Thank you. You need to hear that today, J.E.? There you go. Nick, absolutely. Amen. Appreciate what you got, folks. Put that shit into perspective. Nobody does that anymore. This is what I want you to do. If you're watching this live stream, if you can, do something for somebody. Be of service to somebody. Help your neighbor. Go to the store for your elderly neighbor, or donate some time at a food pantry. You know what I mean? If you like this shirt, go to CodyIsland.com and you can buy one. Me and Sideshow Cat. Sideshow Cat's keeping me safe today. Good to see you, Meryl. Good morning. And Mango Bango, welcome. Oh, I got the sun reflecting off a building. Appreciate what you got. You know? Appreciate what you got. Don't leech off of other people. You know? But the tour is going to be good, and hopefully the tips will be plentiful. Yeah, this world does need more peace. Absolutely. You see how people are trying to co-opt the conversation here? It's amazing. It's amazing how selfish some people are. It's amazing. Good morning, Susan. We should be kind to one another because tomorrow is never promised. Absolutely. That's why I like to say how lucky I am. I'm so lucky. Good to see you, Jonah. Steven asked, do I like the memorial built, or should it have something different? So here's the deal. Ground Zero, call it Ground Zero when it was a big flaming pile of stuff. It's not Ground Zero anymore. It's the World Trade Center. And I think the memorial found it was a nice balance of having a living memorial while having people still come back to work. The new World Trade Center site is not about recovering as much office space as you possibly can, but it is about finding a balance between remembering the people that we lost while still moving on and never forgetting. You know, the biggest way we could get back at the people who wanted to destroy us and kill us that day 23 years ago is to keep on living our motherfucking lives. We live our lives, we drink our coffee, and we get to fucking work. I feel pity for the people who just stay home and do nothing and leech off of other people. I pity those people. Absolutely. And if that's all you're gonna do is try it, because everyone gets over on you. Guess what? Life isn't perfect. Life isn't perfect. Okay? Everything is not gonna go your way 100% of the time. Okay? Just be grateful for what you got and try to make the best of the moment that you're living in right now. Appreciate that shit. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Good to see you, Strawberry. Watch it on the TV. Yeah, Martin, join me later on today for the Tribute and Light tour. Good to see you, Lucas. There are people on this stupid internet, they stay home, they don't do anything, and they beg for money because they feel entitled. You know how grateful I am for all the real people who watch me on a regular basis and all the new people who understand my comedy and understand what I'm trying to do here on the internet? You know how grateful I am for that? It's a humbling feeling to have you guys come and join me every other, every day for our little walking tours that we do. It's amazing, and I'm very blessed to have all the people who actually understand my content and get my content. Good morning, Blondie. Absolutely. Good morning, Norm. So that's all I ask. That's all I ask. Just be grateful for that shit. Yeah, there are people on the internet who bring solace in days like today. Oh, thank you so much there, Strawberry. And we got to go to the September 11th Memorial. Yes, we're going to go to September 11th Memorial tonight. Not during the day, tonight. Armistice, thank you. Yeah, you gotta be positive, folks. Are you above the ground? Are you above the ground? Do you have some clean water to drink? Do you have a roof over your head? Is there not a war happening in your backyard? Appreciate that shit. It's too easy to be negative and to be, sarcastic and bitter and Nick, always. Nick, always, Nick. All right, kids, that's it. I gotta go to Burke. I know. Are you breathing? Are you breathing on your own? Do you not need an oxygen machine to breathe? You're ahead of the game of a lot of people on this planet, so appreciate that shit. Okay? That's all I ask of you. Just do something good for somebody today. Until I see you later on this evening, do something good for your fellow neighbors. Do something good for your friends, your family, people who you may not even know personally. If they need help, if they need a lift, then help them out. Be there for them. Don't be selfish. Don't be narcissistic. Okay? This whole world doesn't revolve around you. We have to make it better for all of our neighbors and all of our friends and everybody else who we surround ourselves with. I got to go to work. So I want to thank everyone to let me emote, let me cry, and join me tonight at 7 o'clock. Join me tonight at 7 o'clock, and we will see the Tribute and Lights from many different directions. And yeah, be grateful, kids, of what you got. From City Hall Park here in Lower Manhattan, this is Dutch Moss signing off. Fabulous, encouraging, wonderful, giving, and supportive New York day, whether you can afford to live here or not. Hug your loved ones. Cherish those sweet moments. And good morning, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I'll see you guys at 7 o'clock. Bye, guys.